We're here at church to see how they take brunch to a whole new level. So let's go inside and see what sinful pleasures they might be serving.
Church, as you may or may not know, was the Linwood Grill for 35 years.
I had no idea.
One of my dear friends got the financing together and opened it up as church. And it's called church because that was our nickname for the Linwood back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, because we drank here so much. It was a pretty religious thing. So that's how it became church. So it's sort of carried on the same local feel as the Linwood because it's the same people that used to come here and own it. So
Really?
It's kind of carrying the torch, as it is.
Chris W. from Boston, Mass. writes in, I only came for brunch, and I'm so glad I did. The atmosphere was super laid back and relaxing, which was exactly what I want on a cool, sunny autumn morning or afternoon.
We start off with your basic food items for brunch type of stuff and try to add like a more interesting flair to it without being sort of overly pretentious, if you will.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that's the toad in the hole. That looks phenomenal.
This is the toad in the hole. It's a great dish.
I had the toad in a hole French toast, along with the fruit and the granola, which came with cheese benitzes. And by benitzes, I mean blintzes. Both were fantastic. I will gladly shop back in here for brunch again. These eggs are absolutely perfect. And the hollandaise sauce is like the perfect balance between salt and tang. It's very good. Now you do a version of this with a twist, right?
The twist is crab cakes. You can get that same dish with crab cakes as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Instead of just on the side?
It's right underneath the egg there.
Okay.
Just like it would be.
Really?
Ham, yeah. It's excellent. One of my favorite things on the menu, actually.
Really? What are some of the more popular items on the menu? I know you have a huge boasting of sinful themed drinks too.
We infuse our own vodka, one with vegetables and one with bacon. So some of the most popular items are the bacon-infused vodka in the Bloody Mary.
Really?
We actually use fresh bacon and then we infuse the vodka with bacon. It's a great flavor.
Wow.
But we do a lot of business on brunch. Actually, a lot of our locals, we have a lot of people that frequent the place for dinner, and it's the Saturday and Sunday are the 2 days where there's an alternate menu. So we have a lot of people come in and check out the different drinks and whatnot.
If your idea of heaven includes sinful cocktails, seasonal comfort food, and a little rock and roll to raise your spirits, then church is your neighborhood sanctuary.
We try to support local bands as much as we can, and as well as a lot of touring acts that come through here. So.
Yeah, I was looking on the website and was looking at all the bands you have playing this month, and you have bands, I mean, from folk to heavy, heavy metal to a certain extent.
Well, you can't necessarily stay into one genre.
No,
of
you're
music.
right. You're right.
I would go to say that church is predominantly a rock club.
Yeah.
And that aspect goes everywhere from sort of mellow folk rock type of stuff to right to death metal. And you get to have the same food that's in the restaurant. It's the only place I think you can get tuna tacos and see a death metal band at the same time.
The funniest thing, I get a kick out of it when I think of how the restaurant is called church, and yet you can come see a heavy metal show, and the irony behind that.
The other portion of the name is that you're here to worship rock and roll. That type of thing. It's the spirit of rock and roll.
Right.
Come and see a good band.
That is cool. That is cool. I'd like to think that if my friends and I got together to start up a restaurant, we'd have the same mindset.
Yeah. No, it's a great name. It was a great idea.
Casey M from Boston, Mass. writes in, my roommate and I love this restaurant. We joke that we hardly ever try new restaurants because we never make it past church. We've lived down the street for a year now and tasted pretty much every dish on the menu. Basically, if you haven't tried this place yet, you should. And if you live nearby, you may become a regular.
We keep the locals happy, and everyone else will follow. We have nothing but good things that heard about our food, and everyone raves about it.
Well, you saw how we did it in the kitchen, and now you've seen how they do it at church. I highly recommend you stop by 69 Kilmarnock Street for a devilishly good time here at church. I'm Matthew Ricciardi, and I'll see you next time here on College Kitchen. I love you. It's gonna happen. Okay. Okay, that was fun.